Hello, this is Maud again, coming to you from the Netherlands. And today I want to show you a book, journal. It's not really a journal, it is more of a book that I keep my dies in. I've shown this on Instagram and I had a lot of questions about how I made it and um, basically, I thought to myself, I want to do a craft with me video, kind of explaining how I made this. But I've tried that now for almost 5 times and I can't do it. So I'll just take you through this book and show you the magnetic photo paper that I used. And maybe if you see this and you hear my explanation, then maybe you can do this also yourself. So this is the photo paper. You get 2 sheets in this package and I buy this at Action, a European store for cheap craft items and all kinds of other things. But maybe if you are somewhere else on this planet, there are like Dollar Tree stores or something like this, and you find this in the aisle where they also sell the photo frames. So not with the papers in Action, it's in the aisle of the photo frames. So that's the paper, and I've made this using an idea by Gail Agostinelli. I will try and see if I can find her video that I used for inspiration. She made a book for ephemera, and part of this book is similar to her ephemera book, and part of this book is just me inventing something of myself. And also Barbara at 49 Dragonflies has made these ephemera books and showed how she did this. So I will link their videos below. So for the cover, this is a it's a big book and it's a heavy book. For the cover I have used this fabric. It contains all kinds of holes, as you see. It was not in a good condition anymore, but I loved it and I thought, well, let's glue something over the holes. So that's why you see all these things here. But that's the cover. I used a big dictionary to make this, and let's dive in. So here you see what I did. I used the photo paper and glued it on cardstock and embellished it with fabric washi. I also did fabric washi in the folds because well, I thought this book is going to be heavy and paper can tear easily, and if I put fabric washi it will not tear that easily. And here you see the pockets like if it was an ephemera book, but it's not. And why I did this is so if I make a die cut out of this, and normally then I don't do just one, I do more, and then I can keep the die cut here and the die here. And I did this because I was keeping my die cuts in separate places and always losing them. And then I had to get my dies out and make new die cuts, and obviously the next day I would find my die cut again. So this is a way to keep everything together. Also a question that I got is, here you see these lovely die cuts. Question I got was, how many pages do you have in this book? And I have 21 pages with magnetic paper, and as you can see, I also put one in here because these big dies don't work in a book like this. And also I got a question, somebody asking me how many sets of dies can you put in this book. And I don't know, because I've put sets of dies together. Obviously this is a set, this is a set, this is a set, but I didn't like the leaves of this set, so I don't have them anymore. And this is a die that came on its own, so I don't know how many sets I have in here. All my animals. And here you see that I've put the magnetic photo paper on the first page, and then behind it I made pockets. And so here you see that when I go from one signature to the next, I can put my dies here, and I have my pocket here, and the cats are in there. If I thought this through, then I would have made these pockets smaller, but I didn't think it through. I just made it the way it is. And I love, this is just one set. This is just the set by Tim Holtz. You can make these wonderful pockets. They are lovely, and you get all these letters and numbers also. And I was always losing the numbers and the letters, and this way I can keep them together. But it is not very economic this way, because I hardly use the letters and the numbers, and now I use up a full page, but I love to keep this together. And this is also 3 sets of dies, so this is a set, this is a set, and this is one set. So on one page you can probably use a number of sets, and sometimes just one set. These are also 2 sets of dies. These are the ones by Tim Holtz, Ticket Booth, and this is by a Dutch company that I can't remember the name of. These dies, these were 4 sets, all from Action, and they work really nice. They were really cheap dies, but they work fine. This is a Graphic 45 die that I paid a lot of money for, but I loved it. And these are also cheap sets from Action. This came from AliExpress, and this I bought at the local crafts fair. These both are also from local craft fairs. But you see how I put together this book. And obviously these gears are far too small for the pockets, so I took a little envelope and put them in there, so I won't lose them. It's not perfect, this book, by no means, because you see this crumpling. That is because I used wet glue to glue in the pages. That happens. More butterflies. These are also 2 sets that I bought in a craft fair. These are 3 sets. And this was my last purchase. These sets. This was 1 set, this was 1, and this was 1. And I got this house with snow that you can put on it. I got this one for free because I spent over 10 euros, but I love these together. And here I also have my big dies, because big dies don't work on a page like this. You need the smaller dies for pages like this. But I hope you like this flip through, and as I said, I will put the videos of the lovely ladies that I was inspired by down below, And if you are inspired by me making a journal like this, I would love it if you would mention my name, that you saw me doing this idea. Thank you. Bye bye.